Well, Alchera
In
is the
that case,
place that the vault is on. They shot the portal in the planet next to Alchera.
Yeah,
No one can remember his name.
there's another planet. I forgot what the planet is called. There's a neighboring
okay,
planet.
yeah, that was the unnamed planet you guys visited.
There's
Yeah.
yeah, it does have a name. I just forgot the name off the top of my head. There is
Okay.
another planet. Alchera is the neighboring planet.
So, but you would have given me the name of the planet where the portal was on, so we're okay.
Get some
I'd
water.
suggest using that if you have to go between universes again. Use that portal.
All
At
right.
least we'll know where it is.
And Elias, if you go to my universe, be careful no one knows it's you.
Mom.
I'm alive in that universe?
Yeah, I honestly thought
Oh.
based off of him, you would be a lot more helpful. But things happen. You didn't show up for the final round of voting. You disappeared. No one's been able to find you. Even me. I've been looking.
Wait, final round of voting? Oh. Wait. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Someone wanted you gone bad enough to where I was that suspicious. So if you do end up where I'm from, be careful.
Oh, I've got anonymity covered pretty well.
So I'm going to shut
Think
down
about
the field and toss it to Elias.
That's fine. You get a ping on your Omni tool. It should read, ran into your daughter with Otto. She is fine, swimming in the ocean. When you can, come to personal quarters tonight. Bring Chris. Oh, P.S. Do not bring Sync.
I guess she's going to like wave Sync over and try and get his attention.
Okay, yeah, he'll notice, and then kind of look at you.
Well, come over here. I need to talk to you about something.
Ooh, excuse me.
All right, fine. What is it you need to talk about?
I heard about Drimmy.
Yeah, it just sort of happened.
I
Didn't have much time to.
wanted to say I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You know, whenever we were at Tuchanka, he stayed behind and looked after you after your near-death experience, and I thought that was really noble of him.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I never really got to thank him for it, but I tried to thank him after he passed as much as I possibly could.
Did you already have the funeral?
Yeah, we did what we could before we came here. We tried to come as fast as we could to close the gate that was located in this place.
Would you... I know this is kind of a personal question, but could you show me the funeral?
You could probably look on our camera surveillance systems and see it from there.
No, I mean through you. Asari can relive memories, if you're willing.
That's right, I forgot about that. Jimmy never really asked that of me. Sure, if you want. And I'll hold my hand out.
She's gonna try and do it through your hand, but see, your hand is robotic, so it won't work.
Right.
She's gonna be like this. Well, her eyes go black, and she goes, "Huh, that's weird." Oh, this isn't living tissue, is it?
No, you're right. Try my shoulder.
So she'll just set her hand on his shoulder and try to find the memory, and she might try to find the memory, if Sync is willing, of when Jeremy died and his funeral.
Yes. So Rain will mind meld, essentially. I forgot the terminology, but
Joining.
she will do a joining with Sync.
Embrace eternity.
Has Sync ever been through this before? Has he ever experienced this?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. So Rain is effectively
He's a mind virgin.
he's
you
a
could
mind
say.
virgin. So Rain will. It's a very intense sensation. Um, and anyone who has never been through it before, it's a bit disorienting. I wouldn't say it's unpleasant, but it's just like
Comes out as a shock.
yeah, it comes as a
There's
shock.
someone
And
else inside of your brain.
yeah, there's someone
That's
else
a
inside
little
of your
weird.
head. So
Okay.
anyway, you can feel the sensations that you were feeling from the funeral, and you're reliving this memory very vividly, as if it was happening again. And whether or not that's going to affect you after the fact, it will be up to you, Sync. But you basically relive the whole funeral, and because it's in your thoughts, it happens very quickly, just like if you were dreaming. Things happen very quickly in dreams. And Rain, you were able to essentially feel like you were actually there during the funeral, and you can see everything that's happening, and you see Elias singing, you hear Elias singing, and it's just a very, very beautiful and emotional moment, right up to the point where the casket gets sent up to the star of Thessia.
So when I'm also assuming that she could see the moment that Drimmy died and by whose hand it was by extension, right? Because
Did you
Sync would
wanna
probably be thinking, yeah, she wants to see that.
Sync will probably only see flashes of it. I don't think he's going to want to relive it down to the last detail. So you probably won't see physical pictures of it, but you can hear the sounds, which is probably worse, because then you have your imagination to fill in the blanks, and that could probably be worse than the actual real life images.
So when Elias starts, I'll tell you this, Dylan. Whenever Elias starts singing, Rain, you can feel a very stark shock of surprise from Rain, and then a very strong surge of adoration and gratitude.
Okay.
And then whenever she pulls away, and whenever she pulls her hand back, her eyes have like stained with tears, and they've been rolling down her cheeks, and her jaw is her mouth is open, and she brings her hand back and covers her mouth.
Okay, and whenever you let go, just because it's the first time this has happened to him, he's gonna kind of lose balance and kind of fall to his knees for a second, and then have like Hark, you were saying, the memories of everything that happened kind of run back. A few tears will fill up underneath his eyes, and then he'll just wipe them away and stand and kind of look at you and say, we didn't have much time to mourn, but I feel like we each did what we could in the time we were given.
I'm very, very sorry, Sync. No one deserves to lose anyone, especially not like that. Tell Elias, because I don't know how sincere it'll be from me, but tell Elias thank you for sending Drimmy off. The Asari religion is just about as varied as our politics, but we all believe that everyone came from a greater whole, which is why we're able to mind meld with all sentient life. And it's my family's belief that at a funeral you would be sung to, so you would be guided back in your eternal sleep into the arms of the goddess.
It's very, very powerful.
It might not mean as much to everyone else, but it meant a lot to me.
Like I said, I appreciate it, and I'll let Elias know first thing.
Thank you. And that's that for Sync.
Okay, and you wanted to talk to Meridi?
Yes.
Meridi right now is probably sitting on a. They're done with their volleyball. What is Salo doing after the volleyball game, Quentin?
Probably taking a bit of a breather because sports.
You're gonna have a seat. And Meridia is going to be sitting right next to you. She pulls out like some. I think she gets some water from somewhere, and filtered water, and she hands it to you. And she's probably chatting with you. Admittedly, she's probably doing most of the talking. but
Probably.
yeah, you'll see. But Meridia's a very nice girl. She's very sweet. She's very confident. This girl doesn't suffer from low self-esteem. Let me put it that way. And then Rain will find her and approach her.
Meridi,
Oh, hi Rain, she says with a smile.
can I ask you to do me a favor? It's sort of a super secret project.
A favor? Super secret project? Little old me? She asks.
She kind of looks a little like guilty and then says, "Yes, yes, you, only you."
Oh, shucks, she says. It's not every day that a very famous singer comes to me and asking for a very special favor and project. I think I'll go ahead and I'll consider it. Sallow dear, do you mind? She asks as she turns back to the Quarian.
Oh, not at all, not at all. I know plenty about Rain's little projects, so I'll leave you to it.
All right. She before she gets up, she leans over and she gives your helmet a peck on the cheek, and then she walks away.
Yeah, my face was visible. I turned back on the fog to not be red.
While that is all happening, you feel someone plop down right next to you as you hear a female voice say, "So, Sallow dear, how's it going?" It's your sister.
Oh God!
It's your sister.
Oh, okay, it's not her.
Oh boy.
No,
Thank
it's
God.
Nilu.
I was thinking of Lalandra again. Like,
No, it's not Lalandra. So, Sallow dear, she says, "How's it going?" And she's doing it in a very like Meridi mimic. She's mimicking and channeling Meridi basically.
I look over. I'm like, you shush.
Oh, hun, stop it, Nilu says, and she's got that like stature just like Meridi does. So, do you like her? She asks.
That is not important right now.
She's very cute.
She's got, yeah, yeah.
Brother, have you ever had? I don't think you've ever had a relationship before, have you?
Well, we've kind of been running around since we were kids. No, not really.
Okay. Brother, she puts a hand on your shoulder. I think it's time that you and I had to talk. You see, she says, when you reach a certain age, things happen to us, and it's very confusing. And she starts going off, and she's got this big grin on her face. do you?
You don't have any. No. You don't know about those things yet. That's no. That's not no.
Faith is probably nearby. Are you going to, or Faith and Arkara, because I'm thinking Arkara is probably enjoying watching Meridi, I guess, giving Salo a hard time. So both of you are hearing this conversation. Do either of you chime in, or are you just watching?
I think
Akara
Faith's
just
probably
chuckles
gonna.
to herself.
Okay,
I think Faith's probably gonna walk over and sit down and talk with them too. Don't worry about it, Salo. You're not the only one who hasn't had a relationship yet.
No, say it isn't so, Faith. Say it isn't so, Nilu says.
Oh.
See, there's nothing wrong with a woman saving herself for the right person.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I guess if you want to get technical, there was.
Well, Faith has just become a very efficient
one
straw
person,
man.
But
Oh, really?
wasn't gonna happen.
Oh. Well, don't worry. I'm sure that there must be someone else out there. Who knows? Maybe right in front of you, or maybe right here at this beach. How about she's like, how about she looks around. How about that one over there? I think his name is Anar. He's pointing at the Hanar. Look, he's good with kids. As you see, Anar is like playing with Talia in the water. He's good with kids. You like kids.
Now, while I think that is cute that he's good with kids, I don't think so.
How about the other one, the Krogan over there? And she's pointing at Otto. Arkara's like, wait. It's like, wait a minute. Actually, does Arkara react to that when Nilu
A shiver
points
runs down Arkara's
when
spine.
Nilu points towards Otto?
She's more like, okay, where is this going?
Meanwhile, Rain is walking off with him, ready to who knows where.
Yes. Okay. She says, She puts her hands on both of your shoulders, Salo's and Faith's shoulders, and she then takes a hand up to her chest. She says, okay, I like you both, and I vow that at some point in the near future, I will find both of you a mate, someone that you can share at least the rest of your lives, or maybe the next couple of years together.
The only way I'd find someone to spend the rest of my life with, Faith says, is if it's someone who has a long lifespan. That's the only way that's happening.
Oh, she says,
Stink's a robot.
that's true. Sink is a robot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Krogan.
She actually recommends it. Well, how about are you sure you don't have anything, you don't like Rain in that way?
I don't think so. No offense to Rain, but I don't think I'm really into her that way.
How about you, Salo? What do you think about female Asari? She says, turning back to
I
Salo.
think that female Asari are.
Yeah, sorry.
That's none of your business.
Okay.
I don't know. Has she seen your magazine stash?
Popular physics? That's probably his magazine stash, is popular physics or something. Popular mechanics. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
So Meridian and Rain go off somewhere. So what can I do for you, Rain?
So, you like Quarians?
She's like, well, not particularly, but that guy over there is kind of charming.
I'm guessing you like them smart then.
Absolutely. She says, there's nothing I hate more than an idiotic man.
I think anybody would understand that one.
I could have sworn that you and, well, don't mind me being blunt, but you and Akara seemed really close. I always assumed that there was something going on there.
Me and Akara? She says, she's like my sister.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh. Well, my mistake then.
Oh, I hear the ship falling. It's plummeting. Taking water.
Rain tried.
There's no lifeboats.
Or it's now just starting. One of the two.
And Merida says, and plus, she says, I don't actually lead more towards guys.
Gone.
For the record, Drimmy leaned more towards girls. Drimmy was into girls, Meridi's into guys.
Rain's gonna kind of like ingest, she's gonna snap her fingers and go, dang it.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Sinking ships left and right.
I beg your pardon, she says.
You heard me, dang it.
Oh. Wait, you mean you and me? She says.
Don't be so modest, Rudy.
Meridi says, wait, You and me? Seriously?
Now she's on the back pedal because she didn't think it'd be taken seriously, so she kind of like a blush rises to her cheeks and she scratches her
Wow,
her
she
cheek,
says.
and she's
I'm
like, "Well,
I'm really flattered. She says, like, it's just like, I mean, I idolize you and everything, and wow, I'm very honored.
Where one ship falls, another shall rise.
Well, this is awkward, she says.
we'll just leave it as a crush, and I will talk to you about the serious thing and not shove my foot in my mouth anymore."
Well, yeah, I saw. I apologize. She says I didn't realize, but yes, I tend to fall for the smart ones, and Quarians tend to be really smart. So it makes out of care. It makes sense because she was crushing on Elias too, and so she
Well, Rain
likes
just
her
admitted
Quarian.
her crush on Meridi.
Yeah, and Meridi's like, well,
but-
this is awkward.
Oh well, in a way I'm kind of used to it. Anyway, there's something important I have to ask of you.
Sure, go right ahead.
She's going to reach into, like, I'm assuming that she would have like a purse or something that she has
Yes,
with
she
her, or
does.
something kind of handbag, and she's going to pull out like 3 vials of something that looks dark and crimson.
What's that? She asks.
I need you.
Is that blood?
It's visually blood. Chemically, no.
Okay. This isn't anything kinky, is it?
That would make this a lot easier to ask, believe me. I need you to make this into a bullet. Or, more preferably, a magazine of bullets.
Blood bullets.
One that will harm and possibly incapacitate. One that will incapacitate and bruise, but not kill.
I gotta admit, she said, when you asked me for a favor, I didn't think it was gonna be that. You want me to make blood-filled bullets?
First blood
What
matching up
kind
blood
of blood
bullets.
is this, if I may ask?
It's something. Honestly, I don't know the medical reasoning behind it, but it's chemicals that are mixed together to look like blood and be visually indistinguishable from the same thing, but it's not actually blood.
Okay. Sure. I'm sure I can come up with something.
But if you can, I need it by the end of the competition. There are things that are happening that this is a very key part of a plan, and you're the only one that I can think of that could possibly pull it off.
All right. I admit I was hoping it was something that I could, mass produce and sell off to the public and paste my logo all over. But this is fine too, she says.
Hey, Elias has got you on that. I got to get you on the serious stuff.
All right. Serious stuff it is. I should be able to do this. No problem.
Thank you. And could you not mention the part where I blushed and put my foot in my mouth to everyone, please? Because I'm pretty sure Elias would never let me hear the end of it, and I am babbling, and I'm going to stop now.
Oh, okay. She sort of slaps you and says, why don't you like Faith? You guys would be really cute together.
She was like embarrassed, and now she kind of deflates, and she's just like, she's the kind of person that compared me to my mother and Liara, and that screw up Benezia my entire life.
Oh.
I have issues, okay? Like, let's just leave it there.
Fair enough. She gives you a pat.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the gang.
I've had enough serious stuff. I'm going into the water.
Okay. Now I'm gonna
Cough, cough. It's also to like cool down her face.
So the next day comes along, and you guys are, like I said, in the stadium. The crowds are all waiting to find out who is going to be crowned the champions of the, I think, third annual Mass Effect Relay Galaxy Games. The two teams will be brought up onto opposite sides of the arena, and the judges will come up, and we'll say that Shayas Lazim will be the one that will announce the next event, and she will say, "Hello, darling. So good to have you here, and welcome to the final competition. The final event will not be a combative event. More so, we want to do something that is more crowd pleasing. Your goal is simply to entertain us. Your team has to come up with some sort of act. Everyone in the team must participate in some form. You have 1 hour to come up with some sort of 5-minute act. And the judges, myself, and she points to the other two, will determine who gave the better, most entertaining, most crowd-pleasing performance. Good luck! Heads or tails? 1 is heads, 2 is tails.
Tails.
Tails? I'm gonna roll it. You got it!
Yay!
Yay, Faith,
So
you got
you're
it.
going first.
So she gets to choose. You get to choose whether you go first or your team goes last.
Rain is going
go
to.
last.
Faith wants her team to go last. Okay.
Figures.
No, what I say the best for last.
Okay. So the crowd is going wild when you guys are taking your place. When the main squad is taking their place up onto the center stage, which is surrounding the stadium. I mean, center stage in this middle of the stadium. Everyone starts shushing each other with quiet breath. So would one person from the main squad lead in painting a picture of what we are seeing, hearing, smelling, experiencing? And if anyone in the main squad wants to back them up at any point, let me know. If there are roles that are going to be required throughout this, I will let you know. Who would like to spearhead this and help us to sell what you're doing?
Do you guys want me to take this one?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
All right, Elias.
You're center stage.
Matt, you get to
Okay.
describe for us what we are experiencing.
All the lights in the stadium go off.
Mm-hmm.
The audience a voice over the PA asks the audience to check underneath their chairs for a glow stick.
Okay.
The sound of the ocean waves rolls out over the audience, and the smell of the salt spray fills the air. A fog machine starts pumping out mist over the main stage, and a light starts shimmering underneath the smoke, turning the entire stage swirling colors of blue and white and sea green. Over on one corner of the set, which lights up, you see a sandy beach shore, complete with the requisite palm trees, because otherwise you don't know that it's a tropical beach. And Sink is there, barefoot, in a sailor's outfit, with the eye patch. And it soon becomes clear by the shape of Hannah back peeking out over the surface of the smoke that the entire wave lighting effect is being created by Anar's bioluminescence. There is a ship, or what looks like a sailing ship, one of the really old-fashioned sailing ships. And off in the background, you hear both Elias and Akara starting a song.
Okay.
They're off to one side, and they're not really on the stage, they're really off to one side, but sing the song that is being depicted out in front of people. On the far side of the stage, you see Cecipia, dressed in what counts as Turian formal wear, over on the far side of the stage on another beach. Did you want the song, or do you want me to tell you what's going on?
It's up to you. I will leave it up to you how you want to present this.
Okay. Sorry, there is no music because that would not quite fit, but we'll see how we go.
Hope you're as nervous as I
am. Possibly more. I'm going first. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there waiting for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far, far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know, beyond a doubt, my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just like before, and happy we'll be beyond the sea. And never again I'll go sailing. No more sailing. So long, sailing so long. No more sailing. Goodbye, farewell, my friend. No more sailing. No more sailing. And by the end of the song, Sinks got into his ship, crossed the ocean as essentially the islands shift away, and you see him crossing from one end of the shore to the other, where he is reunited with his lady love.
Aww.
Mic drop.
And it's all doing with Stink's mood lights.
Yes.
Yes.
Do they kiss?
Oh.
Absolutely.
I felt like dancing with it. Can't blame me. Can't blame me.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
do they?
Officially on.
Oh god.
And just after she found out Octavius is alive.
I knew he was alive.
Word.
Is that a yes or no from Sink and Cecipia?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
better hurt.
Yeah, it's like
It's in the script.
So
It's in the
lovely.
script.
it's like one of those movie ones or something.
Yeah.
Sink
Sink's
is
gonna lean
it is
forward,
so
but is
a movie
Cecipia
kiss.
gonna
With the full dip
Sink
and
is-
everything.
So Sink does the dip, and the Cecipia reciprocate. Does he receive
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So awkward.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I think that deserves a roll.
Oh god. What are we rolling?
Roll
Started
a
as enemies, frenemies,
roll.
friends, and
Let's roll an artist. I think that's roll an artist check because you're
That's
You're
acting, it's
perception
drama.
roll if you don't have
yes,
artists.
perception. It's
Perception.
drama. It's drama. You're trying to you're trying to
Yeah. Okay, so perception. Alright, I can.
Now what is Cecipia gonna do if Tolly goes up to her and feels like, "You're cheating on Daddy!
Well, she thinks that's dead.
He thinks that he's dead.
You're still cheating!"
That makes things better.
I just pictured that happening.
yeah, he doesn't lie to her. Oh,
All
wait.
right, Sink's got an average. He's been, he hasn't had much practice lately. All right, so it's an average kiss. All right, and
With mood
Then
lighting.
it turns out to be
with
high
mood
five.
lighting, so that helps a little bit. The when the that's the end of the performance, correct?
Yeah.
The performance ends and the crowd cheers at the end of it. Several people are up on their feet, especially ones that are already in their blue athletic wear suits, the Bluebird suits. People are holding up signs, chanting the Bluebird's names. And when the applause finally dies down, the judges stand up one by one to give their critiques. Starting with, Diana. And so she will speak directly to you. Bluebirds, that was a fantastic performance. I love what you guys did with the whole theme. It had a story. It had very artistic overtones. I am giving you guys an 8 out of 10 for that performance. And the crowd starts cheering for the 8 out of 10. Shayas will say, darlings, that was fantastic. Elias, as usual, your artistry in the vocal arts shows no bound. But it's kind of expected out of you. I was sort of looking to see if there was something else you could do that was not just you singing. You know, pulling yourself out of the box there. And there are several boos. There are several boos from amongst the crowd. And Shia says, I'm sorry. I just expected them. I would have just given you a lot more credit if you just didn't do the obvious. Because we knew going in, you're a singer. Obviously, Elias is going to do some sort of musical number. I just was expecting to be surprised. But, you guys did a fantastic job, so I will give you a 7 out of 10 on your performance. Takahiko says, now, Shias, I think you're being a little unfair. And the crowd starts cheering on him. Yeah, that's right, he's being a little fair. He says, a little fair. I think that, with all due respect, yes, Elias went and did what Elias does best. I mean, can you blame him? But he also pulled in that young Krogan lady there with him to back him up, so it wasn't just him singing. And he says, and also, he says they made very creative use of the lighting there, biological luminance lighting. That's very creative. The kiss, however, could have been a little bit more convincing at the very end. It was supposed to be the thing that solidifies and takes this whole thing full circle. And I think that they made a valiant attempt. So because of that, I too am going to give an 8 out of 10 on that performance.
Told you guys we should have rapped.
All right. And at that point, the camera then goes into Liam, Nathaniel, and Yusi. You heard the judges. They just gave their votes. That gives the main squad a total of 23 out of 30 points. Let's see if the other squad can surprise the judges this time. And he will turn over to the Alpha squad. So who would like to spearhead this one? Who wants to lead this one?
I'll bounce back and forth off of Salo, but since Salo's in charge of the special effects, I think he should go first.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering how are we going to do this since Matthew is blessed with such a wonderful voice, writing and singing himself. How we're going to relate the lyrics to the special effects that I'm doing, if we want to have everyone watch the video and then I describe what happens, or
I think
no. We want to hear Spell sing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing it.
I want to hear Spell sing.
We've been waiting for this for months.
And keep in mind,
I'll help you out a bit, Salo, and you can add in some creative stuff. How about that?
And keep in mind that I am taking in consideration, that Matt singing is not Elias singing and Spell singing is not Rain singing. So I'm definitely taking that into consideration. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to say that it's going to be a shifting of scenes, but the lights do go out first. And in contrast to Elias's blue, it's going to be a very like sunset colored red.
Okay.
And it's going to essentially start with, I guess, Rain maybe standing on top of a building or a high wire or something like that.
I had a building in mind.
Yeah, standing on top of a building. And she's going to be center stage as everything happens around her, like she's a storyteller and the world is morphing.
Mm-hmm.
And Salo is controlling the special effects in the environment. Faith is using her biotics to add shimmers and sparks to everything. And at some point through the song, you guys will have to use your imagination on this one with the lyrics. Shields and Quinn are going to start shooting at her, and it's going to be fairly authentic sounding gunfire, and she's going to raise a biotic shield and block the bullets.
Okay.
And after that scene, just about directly after that, the ground will open up and she will fall.
Okay.
And Sala, did you have anything in mind after said fall?
Yeah, I mean, just in the general with the piece, I'm not sure what point in the lyrics or like how long does the song go after the fall?
Then she can fall down and she will be in front of a mirror, because I'm pretty sure right after that it's the lyrics from I Turn from the Mirror.
Okay, yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of symbolism with eyes and dreams and mirrors. And also in one of the lyrics she says, I stand gazing down at death. There's going to be a partial second from whenever she is aboard a ship and she can see the bombing of Thessia during the Reaper conflict.
Okay.
So it's going to be very like emotionally shocking, and something. And also another thing is it's very out of range genre. It's closer. It's away from her natural genre, so she's reaching more ish towards Elias, so she can show her range, musically speaking.
In my opinion, the whole song kind of sounds like a plea, like a really desperate plea.
And also, before she gets on stage, she's going to send a message to not only Main Squad, but Bravo Squad and Joker and Tadashi, although with Joker and Tadashi, with parentheses, use headphones, and says, listen closely.
Okay.
Mike, you are shooting at Rain, and she's blocking bullets with a shield.
Well, you were in the middle of the performance now.
Yeah.
Mike. Okay.
Okay. So bear in mind, I do not have his voice as sexy as Matt's, so I might not be as good at singing. So I'm gonna try.
It's okay.
I'm gonna try.
Would you like me to
Obligatorily turned on.
I'm sorry. Did you say? let's let Mike say. What did you say, Mike?
Do you want me to sing for you?
No, I'm fine. I've been practicing.
Spells has been practicing. Okay.
Okay.
And here's the song
telling me about,
for you to know. And also, Elias, this is a completely new song to your knowledge. Like, it's never been heard before. She's coming out with a brand new number.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Okay, here we go. I'm listening to the song, so. I will rise in resistance, sing the oath of rebellion, and ceasefire on this high wire, head to toe in vanity. When those eyes in the mirror stare back at me, I'm reminded that the ghost of pride is clear to see. Wipe away the weakness. Will you let those scars define you? Or will they adorn you as we carve our way to victory? Doubt is crying out, but I refuse to let it drown me. Wearing down my fight till nothing's left.
While this is going on, there's a lot of footage of
I
rain in the
say
middle of like
rise in
very
hell. I
realistic looking
stand
battlefields,
gazing
and it's
down at
actually
death as
footage
they say
collected that Sallow
war.
has had from
I'll
wars.
wage
It's footage of
war.
Cerberus
I
fights. It's
hate
footage of Reaper
Wow.
fights.
war.
Mm-hmm.
They
It's
say
Rain
fight
is
for
right in the
peace,
middle of
but
it, just
what is
singing her
that?
heart out.
Mm-hmm.
Empty like battlefield with tons of dead bodies when that line happens.
Rise your shield to the bullets. Hold my ground, all I got now, but I'm defenseless, all but helpless if it gives beneath my feet. I turn from the mirror, that desperate plea. I refuse and can't believe those eyes belong to me. Come on, one more breath, my ravaged voice betrays me mid-shout. Will you never hear those final words I failed to choke out? Tried to survive by putting all my faith in instinct, but now I regret, what have I done? I say cry, I say lie, I say rise in hell. I am just about to burst as they say war. I'll wage war. I hate war. There's no end to this, can't you see that? A cowardly facade weaves into my voice as I call for war, blinded by this far-fetched noble cause. Although I had a choice, I believe the lies, but it's all a dream, ending when I open up my eyes. Come on, one more breath, my ravaged voice betrays me mid-shout. Will you never hear those final words I failed to choke out? Tried to survive by putting all my faith in instinct, but now I regret, what have I done? I say cry, I say lie, I say rise in hell. I stand gazing down at death as they say war. I'll wage war. I hate war. They say fight for peace, does it exist? My hand, can you reach it? My cry, can you hear it? Can you tell me if this dream was worth it? My hand, can you reach it? My cry, can you hear it? Can you help me, wake me from this nightmare? And at the end, she does her signature, like, two-finger gunshot towards the crowd.
Okay. Did Salo want to say anything else that was happening at the end, or are you good?
Yeah, during the parts about regret, what have I done? It's like a dual image of her looking at herself battered and bruised and injured. And at the end of the song, everything kinds of fades out. All the bodies on the field, everything is gone. Like it's kind of a transitioning between all of the different scenes of war, and all of the bodies, like they're there and then they fade out and it's just rain alone.
I think standing on a rising sun as a contrast to the setting sun, and the entire time I think she would have gone out on stage in like a regalish dress to support the head to toe in vanity, and like during the song the colors can change.
Okay. When the song is complete, uh, there is a standing ovation. Everyone gets up and starts applauding and cheering and clapping, including over where the judges are. Um, Again, when the crowd starts dying down, they are now going to move on to the judges, starting with Diana. Diana looks over and says, Rain, I've seen many performances of yours, she says, and I have to say that performance was probably the most emotional, heartfelt performance I've ever seen you do. And she says, I think that the imagery that was used was perfect, and everyone helped participate in putting together between the special effects and even the bullets flying around. I think I will have to give you a 9 out of 10 for that performance. And people started cheering about that. Shayes has been looking very uncomfortable throughout this performance, and she says, Rain, darling, I'm sorry. I have to say, I just don't. I got really uncomfortable with the bullets firing. It was just a little bit too much, darling. Too much for me. And again, there are like boos going around all over the stadium. People are booing, and she says,
she's Russia.
yes, the people are just, and yeah, she says, and again, I wanted to point out that I was hoping that what your team would bring out would be less about your musical prowess and more about pulling in the talents of the rest of your companions. And because of that, I'm going to have to give you a 6 out of 10. And again, there's more people. Well, some of the stadium is booing, other people in the stadium are cheering because there are people that are still vying for the main squad. Finally, Takahiko gets up, he pauses for a moment, and he leans into his microphone, and he says, Rain, as a military man, I have to tell you, the imagery that you put up, the words that you were singing, it hit me on a very deep level. I took that very personally. And yes, I might be very partial, but part of this competition is knowing who your audience is and knowing the type of things that would speak to us. Me personally, when you're talking about war, and again, I personally, as a military man, again, I appreciate the gun firing. I mean, like, so sue me. And people start laughing at that, and they start applauding. So I think that performance was fantastic, and I will have to give you, there's a pause, a 9 out of 10 as well. Which means, Liam says, that gives the alphas 24 out of 30. Just by a single point, the alphas won the competition, and everybody starts cheering. Some people give a little bit of a golf clap, and everyone in the entire competition is, in some form or another, reacting, either
Darn.
positively or negatively.
I really wanted to win. I would have gotten a lot out of it.
I know it would have been so good to win.
Exactly.
To add all that money to the extra money we have.
Exactly. Everyone in the Alpha Squad will be receiving, I think that it'll be 500,000 credits for the team. 500,000 credits to the whole team. In addition, everyone in the Alpha Squad gets a medal.
Ooh, nice.
I also
Crap,
would.
that is practical.
I would
I'm
also like to give.
Well, hang on, when you say medal, are we talking about medal or actual physical medal in-game?
In-game. They also will get an actual mass relay Galaxy Games medal as well. They'll also get one. You guys will get the silver. You guys will still get your own silver medal as well. It's probably going to be worth at least 500 credits, at least, maybe.
Hopefully we picked up some profits from the stuff we sold.
Well, yeah, I'm more counting on the merchandise, to be honest.
With your merchandise, Elias, just from the sales over the last few days alone, you guys were able to pick up 700,000 credits just from all of, because what can I say, Meridi does very good work. Very good work.
Oh, yeah.
In addition to that, I want to award both Matt and Spells a Paragon point apiece for putting themselves out there once again to sing in front of everybody. That's not a very easy thing, especially knowing that this is going to be placed on YouTube for everyone to watch.
My hands are tingling.
You guys did a great job.
Welcome to performance spells. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Well done,
If
Matt.
you won, I
You
could
did good.
offer
Quinn, I'm going to give you a renegade point for successfully beating Sesepia's legendary persuasion. I'll give you a renegade point for that.
Can I ask? I wanted to sponsor, like sponsors before the actually going on and all that. How much credits could I get for that?
From your sponsorship, I'm going to say you get an additional...
Sponsorships, whatever.
Sponsorships. I'm going to say you're going to get an additional 250,000 credits from that.
Can I do a thing once we go backstage, all of us together, like going backstage?
Yes, you can do a thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sallow is fervently trying to get something out of both of his eyes after.
And so what is Elias doing, by the way?
Mostly he's talking, at the moment he's probably talking to Sync.
You're gonna get
After
You're gonna get tackle hugged by Rain, by the way. Just out of nowhere, flying hug.
Okay.
Okay. Hi.
She kind of like puts you at arms, like sorry, just very happy. I finally, please tell me you tried, please, because I want to think that I finally had a fair fight with you. It means a lot.
It means a lot that I beat you in a fair fight.
Well, because in her universe, he got taken out before the votes even counted.
That is true.
So she won by default.
She won by default, that's true.
Sure, I tried. Sorry.
She doesn't get the hesitation. She's just really emotional. It's just like, you are the best Elias across the universes, and I am so happy to have actually gotten to compete against you. You have no idea.
Thanks. That's the nicest and weirdest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Probably especially coming from me, but you did great. I really liked what you did.
Look, I hate to say it, but okay, the you over in my universe was a bit distant, but all things considered, I'm not sure why she wouldn't be.
But it was, I really liked your piece, and I'm glad to have finally gotten to compete against you. And with that, go ahead.
No, go on.
She just said she's just happy that she got to compete with you.
Well, thanks. It was nice performing with you again.
Alright, well, I guess we have things we need to do, so I'll see you around. And she kind of like saunters off, and she's still riding the emotional high. She's jittery and like kind of skipping, but she seems very pleased and very satisfied.
Okay, once she's gone, I'm gonna go over to sorry, Quentin, what's your character's name again? Salo?
Salo, yeah.
So,
Which Quinn?
Yeah, Salo, I said.
Salo.
So Salo, how long are you guys actually going to be sticking around here, and where can I find you?
I don't really know what our plan is from here. Rain was kind of spearheading that. She said we needed to be in this competition to get something, one of the pieces for our puzzle, and then we're off from there, I guess.
Okay. Because if she wants me to deliver on a specific package, she's going to have to wait.
There's a lot of secret Rain projects. Yeah, no, this is normal for us. I'm sure it'll all work out.
Okay. I'll try to find you before you guys go. I don't think we'll get much more out of her today.
Yeah, we
you're
won't be very
probably
hard
much
to find.
better off
It's
getting
a big
information out
Normandy.
of her now.
I'd rather let Rain have her moment.
Salo would like to talk to Rain in some sort of privacy setting, semi-private, just pulling her aside or whatever.
That's fine. That you can do that.
You did a really good job. That was amazing. That was just great.
I've had the song like musically done for a little while, but I never could figure out the words until we started doing all of this. So mostly I have all of you to thank for being able to even do it. Otherwise, I might have gone back to the song that I sung during my talent show, but I don't think that would have been as special.
I kind of have something important to say, and I don't mean to intrude upon your good mood and your celebration.
You want it?
But I feel if I keep it from you longer, it would be weird. One of your parents is in our vault.
She like looks at you. You mean Aurora? That's my mom.
No, was she Drell? I have my short-term
Yeah,
memory.
Yes,
Diana
Drell.
was a Drell,
Diana
but
is a Drell.
Diana's Drell.
yeah,
Diana's a
No,
Drell.
she was on the stage
Yeah.
too. She was a judge.
No, it was the Drell woman on the stage, Diana.
She kind of freezes. Like you have my dad in your vault.
Yeah, she when me and my sister first were brought into the vault, it was under duress, and she approached us and played us some of your music.
She listens. Well, she just said she listens to my music. She listens to my music.
It
I
was
didn't
the
even-
only thing she had on that device.
Like she had gotten like teary-eyed whenever she was singing on stage, but she held those tears back. She's starting to kind of get teary-eyed again, and she is very visibly at a loss for words.
I don't know what happens between you two. I don't know what the situation is, but she seemed very regretful about the past, and she loves you a lot. And I just thought I should let you know that that's the situation in the vault. That's a thing. Again, I'm awkward with these kinds of confrontations. I'm sorry if I was out of line.
You have to take me to her. I've never met her. I've asked my mom countless times over the years, but she never said anything.
Well, that's one more reason why I think that we should do something about the vault. Just feeding them, I don't think, is enough.
She nods, and one more reason to stop the elusive man, then.
Agreed.
And get your people out of there safe.
But this is the time for celebration. Enough of the mushy, sad, whatever stuff. Like, I just wanted to address it, so it come up awkwardly later.
She's going to not like as spontaneous as tackle hugging Elias, but she's going to give Solo a very tight hug, and she's not going to look him in the eye, but she's going to say very quietly, "Thank you for telling me."
He returns the hug and just kind of nods.
Oh, by the way, I also would have given Sepia the second tracker because we had 2 chips. So if she goes to yellow, she can use it to track him.
True. If you go to yellow, you can track him.
So she's going to explain this tracking device is going to get you to the chip that they had in everyone in the mental facility. He may have dug it out, but it'll at least give you a starting point.
Before the banquet, Talia is going to ask Sepia, "Oh, mommy, can I come, please? It is
Sure
kind of
thing.
late, just so you know. Kind of late,
oh,
so it's
right,
up to you whether you want to bring her.
Aren't you getting a little tired?
She says, "How can I be tired?" She says, There's so many things going on here, and I want to see what's happening at the party.
I think it's time for you to go to bed. It's getting late.
Oh, Mom. Please. She says, please.
Roll willpower, -30.
Yeah, roll a willpower, -3. Roll a willpower, -5, probably.
Willpower. Alright, I'll do that.
We'll determine whether or not she goes.
Oh, I just remembered. I need to pass a message to Sync.
Oh, yes, you do.
I do have to pass a message to
You
Sync.
have a message to
And
Sync.
And I also got to make sure to talk to Rain about that comment.
Waiting for you to get
the,
to that point. Spells.
About the bank
Yeah, I
heist.
figure at the banquet would be most appropriate.
Okay.
Okay.
What is your willpower? 18? Okay. I think Talia should go to bed.
Yeah.
And you'll probably promise her something else.
But what? I'll promise you. I'll promise.
Oh, those cookies.
Ice cream. Ice cream? How about if I promise you some ice cream? Get you go back.
Okay.
Okay,
Really
got some more ecstasy.
A new Anar plushie, like an Anar, another plushie.
Well, is that what you say?
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I think I can do that. And if you want, I can even start getting you working on your biotics as well.
Okay. I would love
Yeah?
to learn.
I will definitely get you started.
Thank
But
you.
Off to bed, okay?
Okay.
Love you.
Love you, Mommy. And she gives you a hug.
Mm.
Okay. Now you guys go to the banquet, and Quinn wants to talk to Sink and Arkara.
Well,
I want to
after the
save my
fest,
conversation for last, by the way.
Okay.
I was going to say, at some point I'm going to want
Makes
to catch up
sense.
with Corbin, but that can happen after this, I suppose.
Yep.
Depending, maybe? I don't know.
Go ahead.
Okay. So when the festivities begin and drinks are being handed out, there's soft music playing and all that. Quinn's going to slide or appear beside you two. Walk there and best attempt to not startle because he has a tendency to being very quiet. He's going to eye your drinks very. You know that stuff's bad for you, right?
After that performance, bad is just right.
Not bad for
Still
me.
dancing, drinks, plenty of. I'm sorry, I'm out of practice. What is it that people like coming here for anyway?
Bar. Alcohol
Free
is good.
drinks.
Ugh, you two.
Flirting and mate selection.
So, I'm curious, whose idea was it for your performance?
I'll look at Sync. It's like, it was a team effort, wasn't it? More or
Yeah.
less?
Yeah, let's say it was a team effort.
Great, because it was spectacular.
Thank you. So you're the one with the galactic gun.
Glad to see information travels fast in these small circles. Yes, I am, I guess, the bane of your existence.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far, but not good.
So you've been doing the whole galactic cleanup of my problem or my mess.
I kind of look at a car at this one.
What you after? Our car's been around Alias long enough.
Alias right now.
I want to know how much damage I've caused. Unknowingly, but
Seems we've gotten to whatever problem's been in time for the most part.
Well, there's a Turian Sea. That's not going to be the same for a while.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that.
I was going to say there's a Turian city that's not going to be the same for a while, but
That is true.
I'll let Akara answer first if you want to answer first. No, answer after you.
Akara's just gonna sit there looking into her drink.
Okay.
You can probably tell she's a bit tipsy by now.
Okay.
If it helps to think about it this way, Quinn technically, through his actions of killing a lot of people at a factory, he technically helped save Talia, because they wouldn't have been at Invictus whenever Simon went cray-cray.
Justifying your actions.
Right. As you ask Sync this question, he'll pull out an Asarian cigar and light it, and he'll say, "Well, for some of us, you've helped figure some of our lives out, and for others, you've kind of torn them up a little bit."
Are you determined to kill yourself in front of me? Because first the alcohol, now the cigar. Gar, you have very unhealthy life decisions.
At this point, I'll reveal through my doppelganger my mechanical arms and be like, "I'm not a mere human. I can't get drunk and I can't get lung cancer. It's a long story, but this stuff doesn't hurt me. In a way, it helps me."
Many people call that helping nowadays. But I suppose I don't have any place to say after all the help I've given. Very sarcastic tone.
I was a very selfish man before all this started. I've learned to open my eyes to accept new people into my life. So I guess thank you.
I unleashed the Reapers across the multiverse, and you're thanking me. What about you, Krogan?
What of it?
You've been rather quiet.
Well, after that debacle on the stage, yeah, of course.
Not to sing on the stage with a supposedly famous singer. Many people would call this a great success, a milestone in their lives.
Well, most people wouldn't think a Krogan can sing, so it's just too embarrassing.
You broke a stereotype of your people, broadening the perception of the Krogan race. Even more. Great.
Yeah, that's a thing, I guess. She takes a big chug of of alcohol.
You see, I guess, is there something more to this? More to this? Disappointment? Did you feel you let someone down?
Let's just say that this isn't usually what I let people know I can do. I like to keep it to myself.
You like to keep yourself more the brute force of nature? The thing that can destroy entire platoons of wimpy Solarians?
Oh, no. That's not me. I may be a gun for hire, but that's just barbaric. No, I just like to keep myself below the radar. That would be nice.
But you do take pride in your abilities.
Apparently I do well enough, considering.
Then would not your voice be counted amongst such a great vast of talents?
Well, I've never quite seen it that way. Suppose you're right.
Every part of your body is a weapon. Asari like to use their bodies as fuels of attraction, allowing them to slip behind enemy lines, get unwitting other species to let their guard down. Krogan like to throw around their brute force. We Quarians like to use our inquisitive minds to figure out obstacles. Solarians too, I guess. Why can't the voice be another such powerful weapon?